I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Naples. It was the city where my first Italian job was based, and I did this very same commute every single day at the crack of dawn for 2 years, but I loved it. There's an energy in Naples that stirs the soul. It's rough around the edges, but it's got spirit. Naples often gets a bit of a bad rap. It's commonly referred to as a dangerous city, yet in the paradox that is Italy, the New York Times recently listed Naples as one of the top 52 cities to visit in 2022. What can I say? It's like any city in the world, it's got its good and its bad sides. There are pockets of the city where you need to pay more attention, the area around Naples train station being one. But as a Londoner, I can tell you, the key is to be street savvy. It's as important in my city as it is in Naples and in any other city around the world. With any trip to Naples, it needs to start with coffee. Neapolitan coffee is strong and heady, much like the city itself. Coming back today for the last time reminds me of when I first visited Naples back in 2018. It literally felt like I had had 500 espressos. It was buzzy, chaotic and crazy, but I actually think that that's its charm. You take your life into your own hands at the best of times crossing the road here in Italy, but in Naples it's amplified tenfold. The historical centre is one of the places I love the most in Naples. The cobbled streets, the small businesses, the churches, little snippets of authentic Neapolitan life tucked down the side streets. It's raw, but it's real. I think sometimes Naples can feel like you are in a sensory overload. The colours, the sights, the smells, the sounds, it's all amplified. But honestly, I think it's what makes Naples so special. This road is exclusively known for its nativity or crib shops. The Neapolitan crib, also known as the Precipe, is celebrated in abundance on this street. And actually, I overheard from a tour guide that this street is protected, which means that only shops of this nature can open here. So it's a very, very special place. If ever you wanted to see some typical Italian stereotypes in summary, these socks show you exactly that. So this is Cedilla, a really famous pizzeria in the heart of Napoli. If you come to Naples, you have to have pizza. This is the home of pizza, and it's something I'm going to miss the most when I move to Palermo. So Cedilla is a really historical pizzeria. In the historical centre, there are two parts to it. This part here is the part where you can get a takeout, as in the original pizza, or sit inside and eat in the restaurant. So you can see people start queuing here from before midday, so you need to get there early. This is the sister restaurant, shall we say, where you can solely get fried pizza as takeout. Both are equally delicious, and honestly, you need to try them. The one aspect I think I love the most about Naples is that it's a city that doesn't try to be something it's not. You don't come to Naples to necessarily look at pristine streets and just go to upscale shops. Yes, there are neighbourhoods and parts of Napoli where you can find those, particularly Vomero and Chiaia. But really, if you want to discover the heart and soul of Naples, this is where you come, to the historical centre, to the rough, raw, gritty edginess of the city, because that's where the energy, the vibrancy and the heart of Napoli is. And honestly, I think this is one aspect of life here that I absolutely love. I love discovering real Italy, and I think this is why I felt such an instant connection with Naples. And I think, it's not going to be to everybody's tastes. Like, it's a city that you either love or you hate, but I think you can never knock a place for being its true, authentic self. Napoli's renowned for pizza, coffee, and the beautiful baba. This sponge cake is soaked in rum and it is absolutely delicious. This particular street in Napoli almost looks like, I don't know, a piece of street art with the washing hanging from the lines. But this is real. This is real Naples. These are people's real clothes, real laundry hanging from the lines. And it's so strange to see people stopping, taking photographs. I'm filming it because it's so unusual. You never see this in the UK. So to experience this is to experience what Naples is about. And so here we are. It's time to say ciao to Napoli. I'll be back one day, I'm sure. But for now, ciao, Naples. Thank you for all the wonderful memories.